Okay, what is up, y'all? Welcome to another vlog. I just got done working out and eating breakfast, so I haven't showered yet or gotten ready. For this vlog, we're going to talk about some disciplines that we are really trying to work on for the rest of the year. We are over halfway through 2026, and Briston and I sat down and we just have a couple of things that we want to focus on. So I want to share those with you and kind of our plan and take you through the process of what we're going to do with those things. So there's 4 things that I want to focus on towards 2026. The first is my faith. Guys, before I was a mom, I was super disciplined with making sure I made time to read my Bible and spend intimate time with the Lord and just hear from Him and be in direct communication with Him. Since becoming a mom, especially of 2 under 2, I have really strayed away from that. I sometimes will read my Bible, but I do not make time for the Lord like I used to, and I need to get back to doing that. So I'm going to be working on doing that the rest of this year. That's a big one. Number 2 is fitness. Actually, I've been really surprised at how well I've been with making a routine for working out. That has not been an issue. I've really been enjoying it. What has been a little bit of an issue that I need to work on is my nutrition. Now, food is a comfort for me, so I always gravitate towards food, especially carbs and chocolate, when I need a little pick-me-up. And so the rest of this year, I really want to focus on high protein food that I can make from home. Meal prepping, that's a big one. If I know what I'm going to eat beforehand, I'm less likely to be tempted to cut and cheat on my diet. Portion control is another one, just making sure that I'm not overeating. And then this has to do with faith and fitness, but fasting. I need to get back to fasting. I used to fast way more consistently than I used to. It does have health benefits, but also has spiritual benefits too. So that's that. The next one is our finances. So when Briston and I moved to Texas, we actually had an emergency fund, but our lifestyle back then was a lot cheaper and a lot different than it is now. And since having babies and having to pay for baby bills, we have kind of almost completely spent all of our emergency fund. We have a little cushion left, but we really want to get that fully funded, especially since our lifestyle has increased and just spending has increased since having 2 kids. The last one is writing, which I guess I would say fiction if we're going to do all F's, okay? The last one's writing. Writing has been a super important part of my life and my journey, and it's honestly been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to be a full-time author. It'd be cool to be a bestseller, things like that, and we are moving in motion. I feel like for the longest time, I was just at a standstill because of life and where I was at in my writing career. Now we have a fully completed YA young adult fantasy novel done, and a publisher has asked for a full manuscript. I will actually hear feedback in August if they accept or if they reject. If they accept, I will pray about it, but I'm probably going to go with it. If they reject, we're going to still be in the process of finding an agent or finding a publisher who wants to publish it. If by the end of the year, everyone rejects me, I'm probably going to self-publish it. So that is where that is. I also did a cute little rhyming children's book that combines running and faith called Running with Faith. It's book 1 of a cute little series. And we are in full motion of illustrations and doing the cover design for that. But you're going to come along and really see like these 4 areas of how we're trying to incorporate them in our busy life and what it's like, and really how you can set a goal and just slowly start working towards it, even if it's not perfect. Proverbs a day, and this is going to be my challenge until I get done with the whole book of Proverbs. Now, used to in my Jesus time, I was really spirit-led. I didn't have like concrete plan to read, I kind of would wake up, I would pray, I would ask the Lord, what do you want me to read that day? What do you want me to focus on? And I would go about that when spending time with God and praying and reading the Bible. But now, having 2 kids under 2, I have realized that that is not necessarily the best for me and for them, because my focus is torn between trying to spend time with God and trying to watch my kids. And so a structured plan is a little easier mentally because I don't have to be dialed in as much. I can still say, okay, I'm gonna read Proverbs 3 today and read it and still carry on with trying to focus on kids. And so I will be probably doing some concrete planned Bible readings until that changes and the kids are older, just because I gotta get some Bible in me. And right now, spirit-led readings just aren't beneficial with where we're at in life. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys my lunch for today. We are having some popcorn shrimp. I kind of overcooked it, but it tastes fine. Apples with peanut butter. I accidentally bought the crunchy peanut butter, so go me, but I gotta use it. And some mixed veggies. I love these mixed veggies. I buy them frozen and they are so good. It is Saturday and we pretty much have the day to ourselves. So Briston is helping one of our new race directors at a race that they're doing tonight. It's a night race because it's summertime and it's so hot. So Briston's helping with that since it's his first time doing it by himself. So I probably won't see Briston until tomorrow. But the good news is my grandparents are coming tonight and they're going to stay the night. So today I'm going to deep clean the house because I haven't cleaned it since before we went on vacation a week ago, well, 2 weeks ago. So I need to mop, clean the bathrooms, do all that tidy work, wash the guest sheets because I like them to have clean sheets when they come. And I might go for a walk now that Briley's up. Just get outside. It's a pretty day. Get the girls outside, and yeah, have a good day. Usually on days like today, I am fasting, and I fast for 2 reasons. 1, spiritually, and 2, it's really good for your health, and especially with weight loss and just detoxing your digestive system, intermediate fasting is really good. So on days that I fast, I actually don't do a hard workout. I will just walk or do some light weights. That way, it doesn't increase my hunger cravings, and I don't get super fatigued and things like that. So today, we just typically go for a walk. So for the spiritual side of fasting, I learned about this in college, but Jesus says when we fast, not if we fast. And honestly, in the American church, I don't think we do a good job at recognizing the importance of fasting. Fasting really does cause you to depend on the Lord, and the times that I have fasted, I just can hear from God so clearly. You don't have any distractions, and you're really suppressing your needs and just trying to hear from him. There's a lot of stories in the Bible about fasting. It was like a thing that they did in the Old Testament, a thing that they did in the New Testament, and especially at times where they really needed to hear from the Lord, they would fast. And so I encourage you to incorporate fasting in your life. You don't have to do it once a week. Like I do it once a week, typically on Thursdays, and I will fast breakfast and lunch. And then I will, like when 4 o'clock hits, I'm like, okay, I can eat and have dinner. So that's pretty much what I do. And I will say, one of the main reasons that I'm fasting is because food to me is a comfort. Like I eat out of comfort. For instance,
the other day I found out my illustrator that I had picked and was going to work with is no longer going to work with me on the children's book project, and I was super bummed. And I immediately wanted to go and get like a chocolate blizzard from Dairy Queen as like a coping mechanism. And so it's no wonder why, like, in those breakup movies, they like binge on ice cream, or, you know, like, food is a comfort because it tastes good. And when you're down, you just want something to like pick you back up, right? And so for me, food is a big comfort, especially chocolate and especially carbs like bread. And so I have noticed that when I fast, like I fasted the whole month once a week in June for 4 weeks, and y'all, like my mindset towards food changed. I had better portion control. I just feel like it really helps. And what you do is during your meal times, you pray. And so you don't have to pray for an hour, but like typically when I would eat breakfast, then I would like have my time with the Lord, and I would pray about things that I know I need to pray for, like portion control and things like that. And so I just encourage you to implement fasting in your life, because it's really going to enhance your relationship with the Lord, and it's also good for your health. We can actually like have things organized in this. So these are the socks. These are 6 to 12 months. And then this is 12 to 24 months. And then these are, because all of these are onesies, these are actual PJs. That's a shirt and bottoms. So first drawer is complete. This is my little pile right here, along with her toys. Now on to the second drawer. Okay, so I'm actually putting up and going through her toys in their room, because she doesn't play with all of them, and I'm thinking for the fall I'm going to make a homeschooling room because she's turning 2 in October, and there's like some things that I can do with her, like her learning the alphabet, her counting, her learning shapes. So I want to get both of us prepared for that, get books, get folders with ideas going, and planning for that, because if I don't plan, I'm not gonna do it and do very well. But I remember when I first got introduced to the Dave Ramsey show, and they had on there The Minimalist, and she has her own like YouTube channel and stuff, and she just talked about the importance of like keeping stuff minimal, because if you don't, it becomes very chaotic, it stresses you out, and it's very overwhelming. And for a child, it's very stimulating. And I've noticed like when she comes into her room to play, if I don't have it like set out for her, she's not gonna know like how to play with it. I mean, she has a thing of blocks, and when I have that open and set out for her, then she plays with it. But if I just have a clutter of stuff, she kind of like rummages through it, but it's so disorganized. I feel like she just doesn't know how to play with it, and she'll literally just take the stuff, put it in her wagon, and start like toting it around in her wagon. So I've noticed the majority of stuff she doesn't even play with. So we're gonna go through this. I'm gonna see what's educational, what I can use for homeschooling, what's literally just junk that like this stuff right here, like I'm probably just gonna get rid of because I don't know what it goes to, and it's just kind of disorganized. So Wednesday, and I slept in a little bit. So let's get ready for leg day.
not gonna go super intense just because I am a little tired, but I knew if I didn't get a workout in this morning, I wasn't gonna get one in. We had chicken last night, and I don't think it's sitting too well with my stomach. I don't think Briston cooked it all the way like it should have been, so hopefully I don't get sick, and when I have breakfast later, I will feel better.